Hello everyone. Today we will see the topic equation solvable for y. We wish to follow 5 methods to solve. Remember that dy by dx is p and dx by dy is 1 by p. Then we will convert the given equation into the form y in terms of x and p. That is, we should have y in the left hand side, x and p, and also the x and p. At the end we will eliminate p from the given equation and obtain 1 to get the solution. This method, solvable for y, is useful especially when x is absent. Let's see an example. Here we are given 8ab cube is 27y. Here x is absent, so it's good to use the method solvable for y. First, I wish to have y in the left hand side remaining in the right hand side. So I divide this AP cube to the right. So I have y is 8 by 27 AP cube. Now I differentiate with respect to x. So y becomes dy by dx, and 27, that is 8 by 27a is a constant. You write it is as it is. Then p cube becomes 3p square dp by dx. So 3p square dp by dx. Now this dy by dx becomes p, remaining the same, others remains the same. Now I wish to separate the variables, x in the left hand side, p in the right hand side. That is, I follow variable separable. So I bring this 9x to the right hand side and cancelling 1p, then I will have 9 dx is 8a p dp. Cancelling 1p, this 9 and dx goes to the left hand side. Now integrating on both sides, taking 9 outside from integration, so 9 integration dx, 8a outside, integration of p dp plus c. Now integrating 9 into integration of dx is x, cancelling 8 and 2 will get 4. So 9x is equal to 4a p square plus c. This equation still has p, and the first equation have p already. So eliminating p from the given equation 1 and obtained equation 2, we get the general solution. Here we can stop here. So we can write eliminating p from 1 and 2. This is the way we get the solution. I wish the viewers to copy down the whole problem in your note, then follow my explanation to understand this. So I pause every page 3 seconds. You can copy it also by pausing the video. Let's see one more example. Problem 2. Y is equal to sin p minus p cos p. Here is also x is absent. The given equation itself, y is a function of p and other variables. So we no need to separate y and others. So we are given y is sin p minus p cos p. Now we are going to differentiate with respect to x first. So y becomes dy by dx, and derivative of sin p is cos p dp by dx, minus this here p cos p. Here both are variables, p itself a variable and cos p is a variable. So we use here whole bracket, then I have two variables p cos p. So write p itself as it is and differentiate cos p. This becomes minus sin p dp by dx, plus then write the cos p as it is and differentiate p. P becomes 1, then dp by dx. Now bring this minus inside, you will have Also remember that dy by dx is p, and bring this minus inside. You will have cos p dp by dx plus p sin p dp by dx minus cos p dp by dx. This minus goes here and here, cancelling these two terms because they are one and the same. So we will have p is equal to p sin p dp by dx. Cancelling p, we will have 1 is equal to sin p dp by dx. Now by the way of variable separable, I bring the variable x to the left hand side, p to the right hand side. So dx, this dx goes to the left hand side, so dx is equal to sin p dp. Integrating on both sides, integration of dx is equal to integration of sin p dp plus c. Integration of dx becomes x and sin p becomes minus cos p plus c. Similarly, eliminating p, because we should not have p in our solution, so we should eliminate it. Eliminating p from the given equation 1 and the obtained equation 2, we get the general solution. Here itself we can stop to end the problem. Again I pause my video here to write down in your note, so you can copy it down. You can pause here and you can write. Thank you.